And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
And he's like this, and we were, I need water, help me, I need water, help. And he's right, this is on live television.
Said the most potent force in the Republican Party is President Trump. We need Trump plus.
Get your words straight, Jack.
He was not a loser. He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes. Really? And I resent.
Are you talking
like
about Hunter? Are you talking about
I'm talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're talking about.
I don't know, Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true. It wasn't dishonorably.
Cocaine use, and he didn't have a job until you became vice president. Once you retweet, that was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a position.
I hate the white man. He's of the devil. He was made in a cave in the worst parts of Europe, produced from the lowest forms of humanity.
Oh, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
No good, really bad for you.
Who are you worried about? I'll tell you who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fact that our workers are seeing a decline in their standard of living. They want to see our industry be rebuilt. That's what they want to see. No more B-2 bombers, no more Star Wars. Let's make the quality products we need. Let's invest in American industry. No, I won't yield.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it, because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened. As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room.
In person, in my office, in Philadelphia.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
Bad deal, should have never been thought of. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, the car, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I love kids jumping on my lap. Put them in a rain barrel. Get them rusty, bang them on the curb.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
I gotta go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two, I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it.
Get your words straight, Jack.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
Watch Hillary examine the terrain. Watch a campaign with the man Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine in the membrane. Tim Kaine in the brain.
Even before you do that, and not even including that, that's why I hardly even included that number, although in one state we have a tremendous amount of dead people, so I don't know. I'm sure we do in Georgia too. I'm sure we do. And then they have cans of soup. Soup.
Unbelievable.
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
Shit, fuck. Hello, viewers. Alright, so we are here once again. I know, like, I'm just like, every single day I do this bullshit. Like, what? I will never understand it. But anyway, hello, users, the precious users. What the fuck? What's going on? Alright, so, hopefully everyone's having a fantastic day. A great day. Probably one of the greatest days in the history of days, to be honest with you. It's pretty good. So, I'm going to drink some beverage out of my elephant. Alright, I have done so. Alright, folks. Alright. How many likes do I have? 13 likes? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You've got like a fucking 8-minute introductory sequence and you're just so lazy you can't like the stream during the intro. There's nothing going on. It's just a waiting screen and you're still unable to fucking like the goddamn stream. You know what? To be quite honest with you.
Unbelievable.
So, alright, folks. So yeah, today is Sunday, if I have my watch correctly. I don't wear a watch. If I understand the time, if I understand linear time in any capacity. I think today is, let me check. I'm pretty sure it's Sunday. I just checked, folks. It's Sunday, which means it's Sunday Run Day. Also, Trump is going to be speaking at the what is it? The Conservative Cringe Convention, Comic-Con for old white people. So Trump is going to be speaking, according to reports, that's going to be around 3:30 p.m. So in between Sunday Run Day, I will be live streaming that speech. I don't know how long it's going to last. And so today's the 5-year anniversary of Sunday Runday, which is the day where I speedrun video games. And so as a result, what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on maybe streaming most of the day. So I'm probably going to do this show maybe an hour to an hour and a half, take a lunch break, and at that point, I will probably resume the stream at around 1 p.m. That's my thought process. And I will play some video games until Trump's speech, and then I will stream Trump's speech, and then after Trump's speech, I will resume playing video games. And so I'm going to make them all separate streams. So that what that means is like, so above it all, 11:39, right? Then there's going to be Sunday Runday, whatever the fuck it is, part 1. Then there's going to be Trump's speech, right? And then there's going to be Sunday Runday, whatever the fuck, part 2. And that's going to be, so we're going to have 4 streams, folks. Forbidden Memories. No, not today. Maybe at some point next month. I really want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on shrooms. So that's like something I'm planning on doing. Maybe next month, maybe. But that's going to be a good time. But either way, I'm going to do a bunch of shorter games like I'll bust out this classic Muppet Race Mania, folks. It's a classic. Look at this. We got the disc, right? Look at that. See, it's a disc. I spat on myself. We got some other games I'll be playing, so it should be fun. It should be exciting. We're going to do some classics. I'm probably going to play Halo 3. Halo 3, I'm probably going to do some other games. So, yep, they banned the Muppets, according to reports. So I'm going to be playing some censored material. Hopefully I don't get another YouTube strike. And so that's going to be the idea. So, yeah, so I'm going to be streaming a lot today. I don't know what the expiration of Sunday Runday will be. I'll just stream until I get, a little tired of streaming. I'm going to stream so much, I'll get tired of streaming. So that's going to be the basic idea. Max the dog! Max the dog! Look, we have Max the dog here, folks. Max the doggy! Look at this dog! Look at him! Beautiful, beautiful doggy. Max the dog. Come on, Maxie. Up, up, up. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this angel. Oh. Max the dog, folks. Max the motherfucking dog.
Unbelievable.
All right, Max. Your time in the spotlight is over. Whew. Okay, folks. So, I've got some news stories here, some cringe that I could go into. Some hardcore cringe. What does my shirt say? Sorry to the audio podcast listeners. Whoa. Anyway, so I got some cringe today. I got some good stuff. I got some cringe. Mostly I've got some cringe, though. Like, I'm looking at my little lineup, and it seems that most, if not all of this is cringe. So that's, what are you gonna do? I mean, I guess it's just another day in the United States of America, right? Alright, so let's get into some cringe, folks. My eyeballs. Oh my god, my eyeballs. Alright. LMAO, epic meme shirt, haha, yes. Thank you, Billiard, for the words of wisdom. Thank you very much. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. I just want to say real quick before I get into the cringe. I had an excellent dream last night. I had a fucking tremendous dream last night, so I'm kind of riding on the waves of that. It was really cool, really good, and just good. It was just a really good time. It was cool. It was also really good. So I had a great dream last night, so I'm riding on those waves. I'm going to drink some more coffee out of my elephant. Alright, folks. Alright, so we got some cringe here. So in the United States of America, for those of you that live here and for those of you that may not live here, you may have heard of the United States Postal Service. Well, as you remember, in the 2020 election, Donald Trump appointed a board of governors that appointed a postmaster general who decided to try to single-handedly dismantle the USPS as a way to try to make mail-in votes less likely to be counted, as a way to try to make Trump cheat the election. Now, we all know that was a failure. They lost. However, the damage that was done to the USPS is still very far and very wide, and it's going to take a lot of effort to try to rebuild the USPS. So, here's an article from the Washington Post. As USPS delays persist, bills, paychecks, and medications are getting stuck in the mail. So imagine your lights go off, right? But you didn't get your bill in the mail, so how do you know how much to pay, right? How do you know that your electricity is due? Imagine you have a medical bill in the mail, right? And it says you need to pay X amount of dollars to get your refill. You go to the pharmacy to try to get your refill. You don't know that you needed to pay X amount of dollars. You didn't get the bill in the mail. So then you have to call someone. And then 4 days later, you get the bill in the mail and you die because you don't have your medication, right? This is a situation, that maybe not as hyperbolic, but this is a situation that's happening all across the United States. So let's read from the Washington Post. Mark Curie of Virginia had 3 checks snagged in postal delays in 3 months. In New Jersey, Lois Fitton says she was forced to pay interest on a credit card balance because the bill never arrived. Jim Rice says 2 insurance companies canceled policies for his property management business in Oklahoma after the payments got lost in the mail. As the service crisis in the U.S. Postal Service drags into its 8th month, complaints are reaching a fever pitch. Consumers are inundating members of Congress with stories of late bills and the late fees they've absorbed as a result. Small business owners are waiting weeks, even months, for checks to arrive, creating cash flow crunches and debates on whether to switch to costlier private shippers. Again, this is one of the grand plans of Louis DeJoy's destruction of the USPS. Part 1 was to try to rig the election. Part 2 was to try to put more money into private mail couriers like FedEx, USPS, etc. Large-scale mailers, such as banks and utilities, are urging clients to switch to paperless communication, a shift that would further undercut the agency's biggest revenue stream. The growing outcry adds another dimension to the agency's myriad crises, no less, a clogged processing and transportation network, severe staffing shortages, and $188.4 billion in liabilities. The prolonged performance declines have eroded the reputation of one of the few government agencies that boast generations of broad public support. Quote, the industry's faith and confidence in the USPS to perform is critical. Without that confidence, alternatives for mailers throughout our coalition will become more attractive out of necessity. Joel Quadrasi, chief executive of Quad, one of the nation's largest direct mailing firms, testified Wednesday during a House hearing on mail issues, and unfortunately, the industry's confidence in USPS has been shaken, end quote. Rep. Bob Gibbs, R., Ohio, went further, telling Postmaster General Louis DeJoy at the same hearing that he has, quote, lost all confidence in the postal system. Again, Republicans, this is their dream come true. Dismantling public institutions in favor of funneling money into private institutions, right? So don't let this guy's crocodile tears shift your opinion on Republicans. He described making an embarrassing call to JCPenney to avoid a late fee because the bill arrived nearly a month after its due date. My goal is to be able to get the point where I put my mailbox in the garbage can. The agency's delivery times have sunk to historic lows since DeJoy took over in June. In most states, it took at least 5 days for a piece of first-class mail, such as a bill or paycheck, to arrive last month. According to data provided by mail tracking vendor Gray Hair Software, going back 90 days into the heart of holiday shopping season, it took more than 6 days on average for first-class delivery nationwide. The Postal Service aims to deliver local mail in 2 days and non-local mail in 3 to 5 days. At the end of December, the agency had an on-time rate of 38% for non-local mail, according to data it reported to a federal court. Traditionally, that number is around 90%. The Postal Service has not disclosed 2021 metrics. The delays stem from DeJoy's abrupt reorganizations of the Postal Service in July and residual holiday backlogs, leaving consumers and small businesses to contend with the consequences and few alternatives. The Postal Service has a monopoly on mail, so if you want to send a letter or a bill, you have to use the Postal Service, said Michael Plunkett, president and chief executive of Postcom, a national postal commerce advocacy group. Small business owners like Rice, who owns Arzon Development Co. in Stillwater, Oklahoma, are wary of shifting to higher cost shippers because of the added expense it will be passed on to their customers. Incidences of lost mail have gone from happening 1 or 2 times per year to almost a weekly issue. As a company reliant on the mail, the service has taken an obvious and painful turn for the worse. DeJoy acknowledged the Postal Service fell far short during the holiday season. Too many Americans were left waiting weeks for important deliveries of mail and packages, he said at Wednesday's hearing. This is unacceptable, and I apologize to those customers, blah, 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 shut the fuck up, bitch. DeJoy is pressing forward with a strategic plan to combat years of financial stress, underinvestment, unachievable service standards, and lack of operational precision. Again, unachievable service standards. How about we just fund the fucking post office, dumb bitch? Like, these things are not unachievable if you just fund the motherfuckers. It's that fucking easy, okay? But again, his role in this position is to destroy public institutions and try to funnel money into private institutions, and he is doing just that. It sounds like your solution to the problems we've identified is just surrender, Rep. Jamie B. Raskin, D., Maryland, said at the hearing. Later Wednesday, President Biden announced he would nominate 2 Democrats and a voting rights advocate to fill 3 vacant seats on the Postal Service's governing board. If confirmed, it would shift the balance of power and potentially the votes to remove DeJoy. On Thursday, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the agency needs leadership that can and will do a better job. The success of DeJoy's plans is contingent on restoring commercial mailers' confidence in the system, as they have an outsized effect on the Postal Service's bottom line. Isn't it interesting, by the way, that all these small business owners, I'm a small business owner, right? All these pro-Trump douchebag cocksuckers are like, oh, but the USPS is under attack. Well, you shouldn't have voted for Trump, you dumb bitch, right? I've seen a lot of these people who are small business owners, Trump sycophants, that go like, what's wrong with the USPS? It must be the Democrats. Like, bitch, motherfucker, how dumb are you, and how dumb do you think I am if you want me to listen to that shit? So you can read the rest of this article yourself if you'd like. But the point being is that the USPS is under assault. And that's no good, folks. The USPS is probably one of the most efficient mailing systems in the world. At least it was. And now it is in shambles, all because of these scumbag, ghoulish Republican infiltrators that Donald Trump has put into effect because he wanted to try to find a way to cheat the election. And again, the number 1 priority was trying to cheat the election. Number 2 was undermining faith in public institutions and funneling money into private ones. And that's exactly what's happening here.
Bad deal. Should have never been thought of. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it.
God damn it. Back down to 4 stars? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? 4 stars on WikiFeet? Oh no, I've been bombarded by trolls. Oh no. Alright, folks. Alright, folks. It's a war zone now. It is a war zone, folks. 20 people have decided to troll my WikiFeet page, saying that my feet are ugly. Folks, it cannot be done. Look at this. Look at this. 19 ugly votes. It was 2 last time I checked. There's a coordinated troll campaign, folks. So what you need to do is you need to make an account and you need to upvote that shit. This is war, motherfucker. This is war. Get your guns, get in the trenches, and upvote me on WikiFeet. Thank you. That's really funny. That's extremely funny, dude. Holy fuck. Ugly Feet Brigade. Oh my god. I might have to up the nail painting stream ante to compensate for the trolls. I might need to have 100 5-star votes. Ricky Manor. Oh my god. Yeah, that guy was supposed to come on the show today. I forgot about that. Oh well. This is so fun. I'm just reading the comments. This is so funny. Holy fuck. This is so good. Oh my god, there's so many new comments. Oh. Oh my god, this is amazing. Hold up. Oh my god. This is so good. We should ask her to broadcast on her YouTube channel as she showcases her feet and soles. In such a situation, she will become the new queen of WikiFeet. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, dude. I'm gonna die. Oh, my lord. Oh. Someone from a veteran member since 2011. Well, I see where you guys are coming from. How often do you actually get to do things like this for this page's person? You say you need better pictures for full review. If enough vote beautiful, that's exactly what we will get. You can always change your view. Once again, if you still feel the same after her video. Up to you, of course, but maybe others will follow in her stead if things go well. This is so amazing. People are writing like literal books on my wiki. This is like the best decision I've ever made in my life. Oh my god, this is beautiful. This is fucking beautiful. I don't know how this comment section works. I thought it was like from first to last, but like some posts that are appearing that are like, I don't know, this is a really bizarre website. It was probably made like 80 years ago. She doesn't deserve 5 stars, and trying to manipulate people into artificially inflating her rating is weak. It's so good. The revised comment section is intended for intellectual discussions over symmetry and aesthetics. Vulgar, hateful, and sexually explicit comments have no place on this site. In short, stay classy. Oh my god. Maybe I'll make a segment of this tomorrow, see if there's more comments that show up. That's extremely funny, though. That is extremely funny. I am so in for this. I am so in for this. This is amazing. 4 stars. You know what? You know what? When I hear 4 stars, you know what I hear?
Unbelievable.
Oh. The WikiFeet wars have officially commenced. Maybe I should make this a segment, but I mean, maybe I'll do it tomorrow instead. We'll see what happens. We'll let it play out, and then I'll do an update tomorrow. How's that sound? Thank you for alerting to me, though, that the trolls have arrived, folks. The trolls have arrived. Are there any more comments that I missed? I don't understand, like, the way this goes. This is so funny, though. So, I never thought that I would get fucking people fighting over my feet. Like, that's like, I'm sorry, that's the funniest fucking shit in the world. What's poppin', Jenna? Stay classy. It's a foot fetish site. It should stay. Hey. All power to the feet enjoyers. I'm just saying. All power to them. Make an OnlyFans just for your feet. OnlyFans more like only feet, TBH. The Great WikiFeet War. Oh my god. WikiFeet dating app? Thoughts? I'm down. Alright, folks. Let's get into some scoops. I need some water.
And he's like this, and we were, I need water, help me, I need water, help. And he's, this is on live television.
Fuck. Huh? All right. That was weird. Anyway, so... Motherfucker. Oh, all right. Let me, I got a smudge on my glasses. I fucked myself there, so hold up. Then we'll get into the news, folks. What time is, I say what time is it? I can't even see. Let me look at my phone. What time is it? 10:30 already? Holy shit. If a woman tries to seduce me with her feet, I say, move, bitch, get out the way. Sounds like you've got bad taste, Captain Spock. Feet are majestic and glorious. Upvote if you agree. I think I'm allowed to fuck myself as long as it's not on camera. Anyway. Like the stream, folks. Like the stream. Alright, so let's get into some news here. So, according to reports, the hotel, Hyatt, whatever, has responded to the controversy of CPAC using a neo-Nazi symbol for their stage design. As you can see here, the Odal rune, often used in place of the swastika, the Odal rune was used by Waffen SS units during World War II. Used by the National Socialist Movement. As you can see, it's the same symbol. No even slight variation whatsoever. It's the same fucking symbol. So this is apparently, according to reports, what Hyatt has to say. Hyatt's most fundamental responsibility is to provide a safe and inclusive environment for all of our colleagues, guests, and customers. Our commitment to this principle is informed by our purpose as a company to care for people so they can be their best. We take pride in operating a highly inclusive environment, and we believe that the facilitation of gatherings is a central element to what we do as a hospitality company. Well, how about the fact that all these people that are gathering who are unvaccinated are going around maskless? You care about the safety? A safe environment for your colleagues? How come you're letting them wander around your property without masks on during a pandemic in the middle of winter? So first of all, on its own, makes no fucking sense. But let's go on. We believe in the right of individuals and organizations to peacefully express their views, independent of the degree to which the perspectives of those hosting meetings and events at our hotels align with ours. Our own values support a culture that is characterized by empathy, respect, and diversity of opinions and backgrounds. And we strive to bring this to light through what we do and how we engage in those in our care. What the fuck? What? What? I mean, like...
Unbelievable.
This is weak sauce, dude. Okay, so, again, first of all, these motherfuckers are using literal neo-Nazi, like, fucking iconography. Not, like, in the background to their logo. Not, like, you know, in a watermark somewhere. Not, like... But, like, no, it's the fucking central theme of the stage. Right? The thing with most of the eyeballs on it, right? It's the stage, motherfucker. The stage is built after a fucking Nazi symbol. But, okay, whatever. And then you're gonna have people go up there and deny the severity of the pandemic, say it's not that big of a deal, while everyone in the outer chambers are walking around without masks on. Oh, but the safety! Oh! We need to make sure our clients are safe. And the best way to make sure a client is safe is to have unmitigated spread of a deadly virus in the middle of winter while having people with fucking neo-Nazi iconography walking around. Right? That's the way you keep people safe, folks. Really, I mean, this is fucking weak. This is weak, motherfucker. And to be quite frank,
not good. Believe me, not good.
It's not good, folks. Oh my god. Seriously, I mean, what the fuck? Captain Spock, $10. Cannabis Fund. Thank you, thank you. When they told people to keep their masks on, they got booed. Yep. Hyatt has waffle SS for the continental breakfast. Oh my god, waffle. Ah! That's pretty funny. Good one. I am a feet fetish guy. Girls should seduce me with they feet. I literally not date girl with ugly feet 10 years ago while she wanted me. Winking with tongue out emoji. Cat smiling emoji. True story, folks. Period. That's a comment by Mike Silver, folks. Good stuff. Oh, Lord have mercy. Adam waffles. I love waffles. I haven't had waffles in a long time because I quit unhealthy food. But I want to learn how to make, like, actually healthy-ish waffles. Emphasis on ish. The best is yet to come. I love to come. Anyway, so what else do we got here? So let's talk a little bit about this $15 minimum wage thing. So I saw this video. This is a video that I saw. As y'all might not know, the $15 minimum wage seems to be dead in the water. But that doesn't mean that we can't still talk about it. And that doesn't mean that we can't still call out the people responsible for trying to kill the $15 minimum wage hike. Again, the minimum wage hasn't been increased in, I believe, about 10 years or so. And it's a little ridiculous, right? And so I wanted to highlight this video that Jamal Bowman, who's one of my favorites in Congress, posted the other day. Enough is enough. This needs to be said. It is despicable that we don't have unanimous support for a $15 minimum wage. It is despicable that there are Democrats in Congress making well over $100,000 a year who oppose it. But we gonna keep fighting? So, again, not $100,000 is putting it a little... Like, Joe Manchin's a millionaire, bitch. Like, the guy is making millions, okay? So he's got his congressional salary, and then he's got his secret investments that he makes money on because he votes in favor of those industries. So, anyway, let's see what Jamal Bowman has to say. This is from 2 days ago, folks.
So the federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. And we have members of Congress who are making well over $100,000 a year. pushing back against raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Even Democrats like Manchin and others in the Senate are against raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. Now, if the minimum wage had grown with GDP over the last...
Real quick, as before this point gets in, I want to say that there's a Republican senator, John Thune, I believe, that was like, back in my day, I used to work for $6 an hour being a fry cook, right? And then when you actually looked into it, $6 an hour in like 1979 would be actually like $27 an hour if adjusted for inflation. So this motherfucker's like, the minimum wage is too high as it is. I used to work for $6. Actually, if you account for inflation, you used to work for $27 in modern money, which is much fucking higher than the minimum wage, right? So I want to keep everyone in perspective here. There's a lot of old-ass, dumb fuck motherfuckers that don't understand how the value of money changes over time with inflation, right? And so these dumb fuck shit-for-brained motherfuckers think, oh, $7.25. Well, I used to work for $2.13 an hour back in 1912. Well, I don't give a fuck about 1912, asshole. It's 2021. All right, so what's Jamal Bowman saying?
Several decades, the minimum wage will be closer to $25.
Look at the fucking aspect ratio. Yeah, shout outs to Jamal Bowman, but look at the fucking aspect ratio. That's a really good comment.
An hour. But we are allowing people to continue to live in abject poverty for what reason and what purpose? We as members of Congress continue to support the wealthy elite just making decisions on our behalf that's hurting the majority of the American people. $7.25 an hour. We're going to continue to support that. Put money in people's pockets. Allow them to spend that money to invest in the future of themselves and their families. Allow them to keep food on the table and a roof over their heads and clothes on their backs. Allow them to survive. Allow them to have more hope and faith in their elected officials. This is despicable that we don't have unanimous support for a $15 an hour federal minimum wage. We're going to keep fighting, we're going to keep organizing, we're going to keep pushing, because this is crazy.
So again, it is, I really like this video, and I wanted to point this out, because it's really important to, again, Republicans, they're garbage. Like I mentioned, that John Thune, dumb fuck motherfucker, he's an idiot, clown shoes, shit for brains asshole. Right, but look at Joe Manchin, look at Kirsten Sinema, or whatever the fuck her name is. People say Kristen, people say Kirsten. I don't even know what, like, I'm going to look up her name real quick. Is it Kirsten, is it Kristen? Who the fuck knows? Let me look that up. But anyway, these dumb motherfuckers are out there. It's Kirsten with a Y. There's a Y? Kirsten. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Anyway, so these dumb fuck assholes out there like, the minimum wage should be $11 an hour. Like, it's just like, what? Like, again, the idea that someone who's a multi-millionaire would be against raising, and again, Joe Manchin's from one of, if not the poorest state in the United States, West Virginia, right? The idea that these people are so afraid of raising the wage, and again, Joe Biden's plan was to raise the wage over the course of 5 or 6 years, right? So it's not like they're going to raise it to $15 right now. No, they're going to do it in fucking 6 fucking years, you prick fucking scumbag, right? But that's too radical for these people. These people are so afraid. They're so scrawny and afraid of just having poor people even be able to afford groceries, let alone maybe a new tire for their car that's on its last legs, or maybe to fix their furnace so that they can have heat in the middle of winter, right? These people are so afraid of giving poor people anything, and they call themselves Democrats. What? Is this 1912? Are you a Democrat like Woodrow Wilson, or are you a Democrat like AOC? That's the question we need to be asking, right? Because these people are classical Democrats. That's what I think we should call them. Joe Manchin is a classical Democrat. This guy is a pre-Southern strategy Democrat. He is not a fucking progressive. He is not a Democrat in modern sense. The guy's a Democrat in name only, a dumb bitch, motherfucking old-ass piece of garbage, and he needs to be shown the fucking door. Anyway, so I think progressives in Congress should definitely go after Joe Manchin. Gloves off. Maybe leave like Joe Biden a little bit, you know, Like, it's a little bit different to go after the president as opposed to going after one or two senators. So I think that the entire progressive caucus in the House and the Senate should go gloves off on Joe Manchin, Kirsten Sinema, and all these other dumb fuck motherfuckers because they're garbage. Chuck Schumer, where are you at, bitch? Where the fuck are you? You're the Senate Majority Leader and you can't even wrangle this fucking circus clown show of a fucking caucus? Come on, man. Weak sauce. It's garbage. Anyway, so good video by Jamal Bowman. There you go. Biden is refusing to let Kamala overturn the parliamentarian. That's implying Kamala wants to overturn the parliamentarian. I think it's all just a big scam. Hello, Ecom. Cinema and Mansion. I love your spelling of those. C-I-N-E-M-A and M-A-N-S-I-O-N should be forced to live on $8 an hour. They should be forced to live on fucking $7.25. I mean, and keep in mind, these senators only work a couple hours a week. Like, keep in mind, they're not working 40 hours a week, right? Right? So, like, yeah, $7.25 an hour and have your 4 days a week vacation time. Yeah, only show up to work. Right? Only show up to work fucking, like, you know, maybe 12 hours a week on $7.25 an hour and see if you can fucking afford the luxuries that you have while the poor people in your fucking states are suffering and dying in the middle of a pandemic depression in winter. You fucking scumbags. Jesus, motherfuck. Joe F., $5. Critical hit! Thank you. Tipped workers can still be paid as low as $2.13 an hour, which is devastating considering a lot of people, like the restaurant business is just gone. Like, not that many people are showing up. Now imagine, right? The people that are going to not tip or versus the people that are going to tip well, who's more likely to stay home? Let's be honest, folks, right? The people that are going to go out to restaurants are the Republican pick yourself up by your bootstrap dumb motherfuckers who don't give a shit about anyone else, and they aren't going to tip. Right? The people that are willing to tip high to waitresses and stuff like that, they're staying home because they probably believe in science, right? So not only are they having to go to work every day, but then they get paid jack fuck all on top of it. I think we should not have any, like, I think 100% tax over $500 million, and I'd be willing to even go to $250 million, to be honest. Speaking of tips, you can give me a tip right now by scrolling down and checking out the description to this video or looking at the chat room because I'm going to post my PayPal, Cash App, and Patreon. Or you can give me a super chat. Give me money, folks. Otherwise, Max is going to starve. Look, he's starving right now. Look at the precious doggy. If you want Max to survive another day, give me money today. Thank you. Prisoners are paid as low as 4 cents an hour when they are leased to farms for labor. They're not interested in paying civilians a living wage. Abso-fucking-lutely. He's passed out from hunger. Max, no! Reminder, folks, if you can't give me money, what you can do is like the motherfucking stream. Press that button. You see this? Right? Just click that. It looks that simple. Hit it up. Right? Boom, boom, boom. DCK Punk, $5. Here's a tip. When eating a sandwich, stop before you get to the fingers. What? $5, JL. Survive, Max. Survive. Hopefully Max will be able to pull through, pick himself up by his bootstraps or his paw straps. I like the stream and it feels fantastic. Goddamn right. So I want to remind everyone that today is Sunneth Day, motherfucking ass, son of a bitch and runneth day. Right now my plan is to start the stream at 1 p.m. Eastern. And I will be playing games until Donald Trump's speech at CPAC. And when Donald Trump speaks at CPAC, I will make a separate stream so that it's more easily archived. And I will watch that dumb shit. And then after that, I will make another stream for Sunneth Day, Runneth Day Part 2. I plan on playing a lot of games. It is the 5-year anniversary, so I will be probably streaming pretty late, so it should be fun. What time is Trump? To my understanding, he's going to be on around 3:30. People can fact check that. Yeah, he's scheduled for 3:40, so I'll probably start the stream at 3:30. It says the address is expected to last up to 90 minutes. Maybe I should play... Here's what I should do. I should try to beat Halo 3 before Trump stops talking. That sounds fun. But then I have to pay a lot less attention to Donald Trump. Which, Anyway, so that should be fun. 5-year anniversary of Sunday Run Day, bitch. Like the stream, folks. Like the stream? Alright, so, let's see. I got this extremely bizarre, and to be quite honest, kind of grotesque, clip here that I saw, this morning that I missed over the last couple days. Richard Mason, A5. How much will it cost me for you to get rid of Pelosi? Well, I don't currently have the power to do so. But if you want to give me as much money as possible, like if you want to fund like the next 20 years of my political career so that I can eventually oust her, you are welcome to do so. But as far as a number, maybe $5 or $6 million, we'll start the bidding there. I don't want that to be anywhere on my channel at all, Mr. Freak. I think that is a crime against humanity, and I don't want to signal boost it, to be honest. Realan N, 70 Zars. I love Zars. Level plus. Oh my god. Yo, the YouTube fucking sticker shit is so cringe. Oh my god. Anyway, so let's get on with the news. Thank you all for the cash money, by the way. I appreciate it so much. Right. Anyway, so a couple days ago, and I somehow missed this, but a couple days ago, there was a hearing or a confirmation session for what will be, I believe, the highest ranking transgender official in the U.S. government for like the deputy health secretary or something like that. And Rand Paul, whom is garbage, and if you like Rand Paul, I'm sorry, you're probably garbage. But Rand Paul had some really bizarre questions, and I just really wanted to highlight how bad this shit is, and I wanted to clear up any misconceptions. And I haven't seen this clip yet. I saw like a snippet, and then someone, was telling me it's like, this is really bad. So I'm like, all right, let's watch.
Genital mutilation has been nearly universally condemned. Genital mutilation has been condemned by the WHO.
So I want to keep in mind, this guy is conflating genital mutilation with being trans. So in order to be trans, you need to mutilate your genitals in this guy's dumb fuck brain. Also, I wonder, does Rand Paul support circumcision? Because I've got news for you. Circumcision is genital mutilation. So I just wanted to point that out. Unless, like, can someone, like, in the chat look up what Rand Paul has to say on genital mutilation in the terms of circumcision? Because I'm curious if his opinions are consistent. I'm curious, does Rand Paul have kids? Has he had his kids circumcised? I wonder. Anyway, let's go on.
The United Nations Children's Fund, the United Nations Population Fund. According to the WHO, genital mutilation is recognized internationally as a violation of human rights. Genital mutilation is considered...
Yet, it is still common practice in the United States to circumcise children.
...particularly egregious because, as the WHO notes, it is nearly always carried out on minors and is a violation of the rights of children. Most genital mutilation is not typically performed by force, but as WHO notes that by social convention, social norm, the social pressure to conform, to do what others do and have been doing, as well as the need to be accepted socially and the fear of being rejected by the community. American culture is now normalizing the idea that minors can be given hormones to prevent their biological development of their secondary sexual characteristics. Dr. Levine, you have supported both allowing minors to be given hormone blockers to...
Now again, Rand Paul is conflating genital mutilation, which is often done on newborns and those like under the age of 13, with minors, which is anyone under the age of 18. So in his brain, right, he is conflating and purposefully obfuscating the differences between being 1 month old and being, I don't know, 17 years old. Like, the idea that there's no difference in development in your ability to think critically and self-identify between the age of 1 month and 17 years, I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. But let's go on.
Prevent them from going through puberty, as well as surgical destruction of a minor's genitalia.
What?
Like surgical mutilation,
Again, he's surgical destruction. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And again, does Rand Paul support or is he opposed to circumcision? I'm curious.
Hormonal interruption of puberty can permanently alter and prevent secondary sexual characteristics. The American College of Pediatricians reports that 80 to 95% of prepubertal children with gender dysphoria will experience resolution by late adolescence if not exposed to medical intervention and social affirmation. Dr. Levine, do you believe that minors are capable of making such a life-changing decision as changing one's sex?
Well, Senator, thank you for your interest in this question. Transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field with robust research and standards of care that have been developed. And if I am fortunate enough to be confirmed as the Assistant Secretary of Health, I would look forward to working with you and your office and coming to your office.
I'm sorry, like the idea that she has to like sit here and say, I respect you, good sir. I mean, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You see those little water bottles? If I were in her position, I would take those water bottles and chuck it at that guy's goofball fuckface head.
Discussing the particulars of the standards of care for transgender medicine.
The specific question was about minors. Let's be a little more specific since you evaded the question. Do you support the government intervening to override the parent's consent to give a child puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and/or amputation surgery of breasts and genitalia?
Now, again, what the procedure, or whatever he's trying to describe is a lot more complex than what he's making it out to be. He's trying to act like 8-year-olds are walking into the dentist's office and secretly getting their fucking genitals mutilated or desecrated or destroyed. What really happens, right, the actual process of what we're discussing here is that, let's say you're 14 years old, right, and for the last 3 years you've questioned your gender identity and you want to identify as a gender you were not assigned at birth. Well, there is an option for you in order to grow and develop, in order to give yourself time and your body time and to understand and process these issues. You can be on puberty blockers, right? This is not a permanent, like, undevelopment, right? No one's going to be on puberty blockers for the rest of their lives. And also, these children, right, as he's trying to say, these teenagers, 14, 13, 15, 16-year-olds, right, are often only given puberty blockers, not cross-sex hormones. The idea that you would give someone cross-sex hormones before you finally discovered whether or not they truly identify as trans is ridiculous, right? But he's conflating all of these things, he's muddying the waters, and it's just disgusting. Again, the idea of puberty blockers is to, again, buy you time so that, let's say you're 14, you can become 15 and 16, your body will not develop in a certain way that might make you dysphoric, and then you can kind of have that time to be in, say, therapy, or to process yourself and identify with what you choose at the age of, say, 16 or 17. And if you choose to get off of puberty blockers, that's great. That's a choice. And that choice should be allowed to be given to people. And if you choose to say, yes, I identify as trans and I want to go about the process, you should be allowed to do that. Again, we are feeding, I just want to remind everyone, we feed children sugar every single day that permanently stunts the development of their brains, right? The pharmaceutical industry gives children a lot of different kind of medication like antidepressants and all this other stuff. So unless you're unequivocally opposed to giving child medicine or drugs in any capacity, which I don't see Rand Paul going out there trying to ban sugary cereals or trying to ban pharmaceuticals on kids in general. He's only targeting trans kids because it's all about the culture war. Ugh, trans people are icky. I need to get votes, so I'm going to attack people that are minorities. That's what he's doing. It's not consistent. Has he ever said, oh, I'm opposed to circumcision? And again, the United States is one of the largest countries in the world that still circumcises baby children, okay? This is ridiculous. I'm circumcised against my will. I didn't consent, and now I have to live the rest of my life with that decision that my parents made without any information, okay? Was Rand Paul leading the charge, trying to fight against circumcision? No, he wasn't, because he's a one-trick pony. He doesn't care about the facts. He doesn't care about being consistent. But let's watch him try to bully a trans person.
To give a child puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and or amputation surgery of breasts and genitalia. You have said that you're willing to accelerate the protocols for street kids. I'm alarmed that poor kids with no parents who are homeless and distraught, you would just go through this and allow that to happen to a minor.
Again, the idea that, oh, you're just going to go through it. You're going to have someone off the street, they're going to walk into a back alley somewhere, and then they're going to come out like, as if it's like a 6-hour procedure. It's a multiple year-long process. It's not like you just pick a 6-year-old off the street and then put them into like a secret chamber in the alleyway somewhere, do a bunch of operations and then shove them back onto the street. It's not like this guy is trying to concoct some bizarre narrative that's just disgusting. It's wrong and it makes no goddamn sense. This is a multiple year-long process. If it happens, it takes multiple fucking years. Holy shit!
I would hope that you would have compassion for Kira Bell, who's a 23-year-old girl who was confused with her identity. At 14, she read on the internet about something about transsexual. She thought, well, maybe that's what I am. She ended up getting these puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones. She had her breasts amputated. But here's what ultimately she says now. And this is a very insightful decision from someone who made a mistake but was led to believe this was a good thing by the medical community. I made a brash decision as a teenager, as a lot of teenagers do, trying to find confidence and happiness, except now the rest of my life will be negatively affected, she said.
So again, you can find examples to the contrary for everything. Like, there are people out there, when you go into surgery and get anesthesia, that die because of an allergic reaction or not being able to handle it properly. Does that mean we should no longer provide anesthesia to surgical patients? Oh, you gotta go into the surgery completely lucid and wide awake while people rip your guts out and operate on you? Why? Because some people might be negatively affected. Yes! Some people might be negatively affected. The idea to prevent that from happening is not to cut funding. The idea to prevent that from happening is to expand funding, to expand research, to expand the therapeutic kind of requirements going forward, to expand people's access to healthcare, not retract that, not to reduce it. If you want people to be in a more comfortable spot in their lives, you need to give them more options to be comfortable. You don't just say, well, one person had a negative reaction, therefore let's ban the whole thing. Should we allow to, I walk into a grocery store and I'm allergic to peanuts. Should I be allowed to like look at the peanuts? What if someone like opened the peanuts or whatever in the back room and then there's like peanut dust lingering in the air? Oh no, right? Like, should grocery stores ban peanuts? I'm not actually allergic to peanuts, but my point here is, should you ban things just because a couple people might be negatively affected by their own personal interactions with that stuff? No. What you should do is you should make the whole thing as safe as possible. You should expand funding and expand access. And another thing, again, these kids off the street. Why do you think a 13, 14, 15-year-old trans or queer kid would be kicked out of their parents' home? Maybe because their parents are ultra-religious fundamentalist quacks like Rand Paul is, and they just disowned their child because their child didn't conform to their disgusting religious Puritan worldview?
Adding that the medicalized gender transitioning was a very temporary, superficial fix for a very complex identity issue. What I'm alarmed at is that you're not willing to say absolutely minors shouldn't be making decisions to amputate their breast or to amputate their genitalia. For most of our history, the
idea that this guy is going to use the word amputate with all of the baggage that term comes on. When you think of amputate, you think of like removing your arm or something, right? You don't amputate your genitals. That's not what happens. No one just like cuts their dick off and then just sews it up and that's it. Well, I just cut my dick off and then, that's not, like, that doesn't fucking exist, dude. How dumb are you? Well, actually, he's not that dumb. He knows he is saying the exact things he needs to say in order to rile up his dumb fuck bigoted base in Kentucky. That's not to say all people in Kentucky are garbage. That's to say the people that vote for Rand Paul are garbage. And they are going to be the ones that hear the word amputate and they're going to go like, oh no! And then they're going to vote for Rand Paul because they're pieces of shit.
Believe that minors don't have full rights and that parents need to be involved. So I'm alarmed that you won't say with certainty that minors should not have the ability to make the decision to take hormones.
And again, conflating minors. 1 month old, 17 and a half years old. What's the difference in Rand Paul's mind, right? Like, again, you can drive a car in some states at 15 years old, right? You're allowed to operate a several thousand-pound metal death trap, or plastic, or whatever the fuck they're made out of nowadays, right? You're allowed to operate a several thousand-pound death trap that could involve and kill hundreds of people if operated wrongly, but you can't go into a doctor's office and get therapy for a medical condition? What? That's Rand Paul's world.
It will affect them for the rest of their life. Will you make a more firm decision on whether or not minors should be involved in these decisions?
Senator, transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field. And if confirmed to the position of Assistant Secretary of Health, I would certainly be pleased to come to your office and talk with you and your staff about the standards of care and the complexity of this field.
Let it go into the record that the witness refused to answer the question. The question is a very specific one.
I just want to say shout outs to her for putting up with that and maintaining her, just demeanor. Again, I would have chucked those water bottles at that guy's goofy clown shoes fucking face. Like, look at his nose, look at his eyes, look at his mouth. He's like, right? Like, look at his hair. Like, dude, fucking, have you ever heard of shampoo? Like, my God.
Minors be making these momentous decisions. For most of the history of medicine, we wouldn't let you have a cut sewn up in the ER. But you're willing to let a minor take things that prevent their puberty.
Also, what? If a child, like, let's say is, riding a bike and falls over and gets, like, cut and scraped with a rock, you're not supposed to have stitches? What? Like, is that what this guy is saying? For most of medical history, we would just let the kid bleed out on the sidewalk? What the fuck kind of argument is that?
And you think they get that back? You give a woman testosterone enough that she grows a beard, you think she's going to go back looking like a woman when you stop the testosterone? You have permanently changed them. Infertility is another problem. None of these drugs have been approved for this.
Again, the idea that you're conflating all of these things. Puberty blockers are the same thing as giving someone testosterone for 4 years, right? In this world that they live in, all of these things are the exact same. There's no nuance. There's no complexity. If you're under the age of 18, you shouldn't be allowed to do anything, except we're still allowing circumcisions. Like, where's Rand Paul doing hearings on circumcising babies? Where is that? Where's the hearings, Rand Paul? on mass circumcision in America, they're nowhere to be found.
They're all being used off-label. I find it ironic that the left that went nuts over hydroxychloroquine being used possibly for COVID are not alarmed that these hormones are being used off-label. There's no long-term studies. We don't know what happens to them. We do know that there are dozens and dozens of people who've been through this
dozens and dozens as opposed to fucking millions. Yep. Like, again, some people die of anesthesia when going into surgery. Does that mean we shouldn't ever give that to anybody? Everyone has to be awake and fully lucid and aware during surgery because some people might have a negative reaction? Come on, man. Come on.
Regret that this happened and a permanent change happened to them. And, you know, if you've ever been around children, 14-year-olds can't make this decision. In the gender dysphoria clinic in England, 10% of the kids are between the ages of 3 and 10. We should be outraged that someone's talking to a 3-year-old about changing their sex.
So look at the statistic. 10%, which is already extremely fucking low, are between 3 and 10. An extremely fucking large gap of age. So what that really boils down to is maybe 1 or 2 3-year-olds walk in for a seminar. Oh my god! Woo! Like I was just like, what?
I can't vote for you if you can't.
Thank you so much, Senator Paul. Senator Levine, thank you for answering the question. I will turn to Senator Baldwin.
I like how she said Senator Levine. God bless. Anyway, Rand Paul's a piece of shit. All my homies hate Rand Paul. Fuck that guy. The idea, right? Again, the idea that, like, again, where do you think hormones came from? Like, mostly from cis women going through menopause, right? So it's like the idea that, like, these are just new. Like, we've never given hormones to people in the history of the world. Like, dude, like, you see men eating red meat because it has testosterone in it. Like, men, I'm going to eat a steak every night because it makes my blood have testosterone. Right? But, like, all of a sudden, right? Oh, can't give testosterone to anyone who actually might need it for a medical condition. Right? I'm going to get some bacon and steak so I can boost my testosterone. Right? Like, but, all of a sudden, someone might actually need that, and it's way off limits. Fucking freak show, fucking noodle head bitch. Go fuck himself. And, again, I'd chuck those little water bottles at his head. And I hope that the hard plastic part of the cap, I hope that that's the one that makes contact with his dumb fuck forehead. Vegan men have higher testosterone than non-vegan men. Fact. That may be true. Give me your testosterone. You wish. And your dreams, bitch. Be ashamed if you like. Does Rand only have 1 lung? Holy shit, we're already halfway there. Holy fuck. It's the pro-gun types who are bald with ED and use testosterone supplements, yep. The Alex Jones listeners. Remember the time Rand Paul's neighbor kicked his ass? I do, actually. Did he have his lung amputated? Was he able to consent to such a drastic and invasive medical procedure? Jesus fuck. Lord have mercy on his soul, let me just tell you. Alright, folks. So again, I'm going to be streaming a lot today. I should probably look at these fucking super chats. You freaks are giving me more money. Archer V9, $25 reduce, $5 for Max, and $20 for you. Enjoy. Thank you. But actually, YouTube takes a 20% cut, so let me do the math on that. Reminder, if you want to give me money with no fees, you can use PayPal. But let me do some math on that. So actually, that would be approximately $3 for Max and $17 for me. But thank you nonetheless. I appreciate that. I will buy Max some treats. I'm getting Max some treats that have like vitamins in them because he's old and he was abused. So we're gonna try to like make sure his bones are okay and shit. So that's the idea. That's the idea. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Next time I'll PayPal. It's all good. It's all good. Hello, Blair. This dumb ass conflates tribal genital mutilation with surgery. Yeah, he's definitely a dumb ass. Not a dumb ass, right? But he is a dumb space ass. That's a very important distinction. A dumb ass. Oh, I don't know why that's so funny. Anyway, But yeah, so I'm probably going to skedaddle pretty soon here. I'm going to eat lunch. I'm probably going to start my stream maybe around 1, maybe around 12:30. We'll see. Yeah, so if anyone has any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to let me know. So get ready, it's donation time. I love donation time. That's my favorite time. Hello, Damien. But yeah, again, I will be streaming almost all day. I'll be streaming at approximately 1. I'll be playing some video games. At around 3:30, I will go live with Trump's CPAC speech. I will cover that live. And that's apparently going to last about an hour and a half. So... and then after that, I will play some more video games. So I'll probably be streaming all the way up until nighttime. So I'm going to be streaming a lot today. So if you want to come in and interact with me, I'll be here. JL, $10. Thank you. Woo-hi. 8 a.m. on Good Morning Comrade. 8 a.m. If I were to show up at 8 a.m., you know what I would see, Jeff? I would see a fucking blank screen, you dumb bitch. It's 9 a.m. Learn what a real time zone is. I'm a motherfucking Eastern time ass motherfucker. You can't waltz into my chat room while I'm using Eastern time, right? And then talk about, 8 a.m. People are going to go to your channel. By the way, they're going to go to your channel, not Good Morning Comrade's channel, because they don't know what the fuck the difference is. They're going to go to your channel and see nothing at 8 a.m. They're going to be jerking their fucking cocks off, like just waiting. They're going to be bored. They're going to be like, what do I do? The stream's going to start, but what the hell? Right? This is bad, Jeff. This is bad. This is bad news. Check my PayPal. I will. Whoa! Big Sunday. Thank you, BB. I appreciate that. Finally getting some kickback for letting you advertise your extracurricular activities. Thank you, though. It means a lot. How much will it cost to have you change the Pelosi background? Oh, you were talking about the stream graphic? I mean, I don't know. It's kind of the brand. I might change it when Pelosi's gone. I don't know. I like the brand, though. It's a good juxtaposition. You got dumb neolib fucking fuckface with, like, a cop car on fire. I mean, I like the brand. What can I say? Which games will I be playing? I will be playing a little bit of Muppet Race Mania for the Sony PlayStation. I'll be playing a little bit of Gubble for the Sony PlayStation. I'll be playing a little bit of things that aren't in arm's reach for the Sony PlayStation. I'll probably be playing Halo 3. I'll probably be playing some Doom. I want to play some classic fun PS1 games. I might play Powerpuff Girls. I might play Flintstones Bedrock Bowling. Like a lot of the new viewers haven't seen a lot of the comedy classics, right? Flintstones, Bedrock Bowling, it's great, folks. It's amazing. So I'm going to probably play that. I might play Mega Man X6. I got myself a recently. I got myself a new USB cable, so hopefully I have less problems with the cable falling out while I'm in the. I could play Arthur Ready to Race. I'm down to play Arthur Ready to Race. 3 months after losing an election, the ex-prez having a wine fest at CPAC. I love wine. I will not be playing Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, I'll come up with some other games. Maybe I'll play some classics on PC. You know, I got some classic Steam games. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun. And so, yeah, I'm going to have fun. You're going to have fun. So watch the fucking stream, folks. I swear to God. All right, listen to me. I swear to God, if I start Sunday Runday and I only get like 33 viewers, because the other half of my audience is like, I don't like video games. I swear to motherfuck, shitfuck, and then also cockfuck, I will be so upset. I will be so upset. And then, guess what? I'm going to okay, so I'm going to do Sunday Runday Part 1, and I'm going to get like 35 viewers, right? And then the CPAC Trump speech is going to get like 100 viewers, and then Sunday Runday Part 2 is going to get like 12 viewers. You dumb fuck motherfuckers. I am funny. You think I'm funny right now? You're watching this right now? And you think, oh, the stream is so enjoyable. But again, you can't watch a stream with a fucking movie. You can only watch a stream while I'm wacky and zany with a still image, right? You can't watch a stream where I'm wacky and zany with a moving image. It's just so difficult for you to process. You just can't do it. Personally, again, I mean this.
Unbelievable.
That's what I feel about that. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I think I have that. That's definitely happening. Yeah, I know it's happening. But I have to get my frustrations out now. And I'll get them out again tomorrow morning. Y'all need to see Bedrock Bowling and Arthur Ready to Race. It's comedy gold. It's because you don't pay much attention to that. I do, motherfucker! It's just that there's less people in the chat. There's less fucking... Oh, you don't pay attention. Motherfucker, there's like fucking like a quarter of the amount of people. There's 60 fucking people sitting watching me go like I'm just sitting here acting like a fucking circus clown. Right? And then all of a sudden I'm sitting here multitask. I'm playing video games. I'm telling stories about Christian summer camp. Last Sunday Runday, you know what y'all missed? Y'all missed a classic story of Christian summer camp when I got locked in the closet. Oh, you might be wondering, whoa, you got locked in a closet at Christian summer camp? What happened? Well, guess fucking what, asshole? I'm not gonna tell you what happened. You're gonna have to go back and watch last week's fucking stream that you missed because you were too busy jerking off to WikiFeed or something instead of watching the goddamn live show. That's what you're gonna have to do. I'm channeling some Vanderveen energy.
In person, in my office, in Philadelphia. That's where they should be done.
Oh my God. Anyway, I love all of you. Thank you for dealing with my bitch ass. You were busy being 2 hours behind and sleeping. Oh no. It's all good. Don't fall asleep now, because I will be streaming almost all day. Almost all day. Not all day. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to eat lunch or something. But I will be streaming almost all day. So tune in, folks. I swear to fucking gosh. And I don't even believe in gosh. Fuck!
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Could you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it.
$7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
My opinion is never too late. Little double sound neck. So that's the story, fellas.
Well, you have to listen. The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting, "Pigs in a blanket," talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Rights of every American, in the immortal words of William Wallace, freedom!
I'm about to be 34 and I have no family.
And by the way, I don't think that's some grand conspiracy. I think this is sort of what power is. I mean this at a sort of high level.
But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order. We don't want anybody hurt. It's a very tough period of time. There's never been a time like this where such a thing happened.